At the very bottom of our world lies a continent of extremes, a place so vast and so cold that it defies human imagination. Antarctica is the Earth's final frontier. It is a landmass almost entirely covered by a sheet of ice that averages nearly 2 kilometers thick. This is the highest, the driest, the windiest, and the coldest continent on the planet. A realm of stark, white horizons and profound silence. For centuries, this southern world was not a known place, but a persistent idea. A phantom continent dreamt up by geographers to balance the globe. Today, it stands as a testament to nature's raw power and a crucial barometer for the health of our planet, holding secrets of Earth's ancient past within its frozen heart. This documentary will take you on a journey through time, tracing the story of Antarctica from a theoretical concept to a living laboratory for humanity. We are exploring how an imagined land, born in the minds of ancient Greek thinkers, slowly gave way to the harsh, tangible reality discovered by daring explorers. Our narrative will follow a strict, facts-first timeline, relying only on historically verified accounts and scientifically accurate information. We are navigating the treacherous waters of the Southern Ocean, alongside the first mariners who breached its icy perimeter. We are standing on the polar plateau with the heroes who risked everything for discovery. This is the complete story of the frozen continent. The tale of Antarctica is one of human curiosity and endurance. It is a story of national rivalries that eventually yielded to unprecedented international cooperation. We are examining how the thirst for glory and territory during the heroic age of exploration transformed into a shared mission for scientific understanding. This shift culminated in one of the greatest diplomatic achievements of the 20th century, the Antarctic Treaty. This landmark agreement set the continent aside for peaceful purposes and scientific inquiry, creating a model for global governance. This is not just a history of a place, but a history of an ideal that continues to be tested today. Our exploration is being guided by the evidence and scientific facts, from ancient maps depicting a mythical southern landmass to the satellite data that now monitors its melting ice shelves with pinpoint accuracy. We are delving into the journals of explorers like Cook, Shackleton, and Scott, experiencing their triumphs and their devastating hardships. As we visit modern research stations where scientists from around the world work together, deciphering climate records locked in ancient ice cores and glaciers. This journey will uncover the continent's profound influence on global climate systems and its unique role as a sanctuary for science, a symbol of peace, and a fragile wilderness that we must protect for all futures. For over 2 millennia, the existence of a great southern continent was a matter of theory, not observation. Ancient Greek geographers, striving for symmetry, proposed that a massive landmass must exist in the southern hemisphere to balance the known continents of the north. They called this hypothetical place Antarcticos, meaning opposite to the Arctic. Terra Australis Incognita, the unknown southern land, appeared on maps as a vast, undefined shape. It was a continent born of logic and philosophy, a place of imagined wonders, a place of fantastical creatures waiting just beyond the known edge of the world. As the age of discovery dawned, cartographers sketched the theoretical land onto evolving world maps. Charts blended fact with fantasy, depicted connections to South America, depicted connections to Australia, portrayed a temperate paradise ripe for colonization. Navigators and explorers were driven by the promise, hoping to claim rumored riches for patrons and nations. Yet as ships ventured further south, the imagined continent began to shrink. Each voyage pushed deeper into southern latitudes, revealing vast, empty ocean where land was supposed to be. The contrast between ancient idea and eventual discovery was stark. The imagined Terra Australis was balance and bounty, a mirror to fertile northern hemisphere lands. The real Antarctica, however, was a world of ice. When explorers breached the Antarctic Circle, they found floating ice, towering glaciers, relentless, freezing winds. A land hostile to life, seeming to resist human presence. The dream of a temperate southern world was shattered, replaced by the coldest, most inhospitable place on Earth's surface. We begin in the Age of Sail, following the brave mariners who first dared to cross the Antarctic convergence and lay eyes upon its forbidding shores. We recount the near circumnavigation by Captain James Cook, whose voyages in the 1770s proved that if a southern continent existed, it was a realm of profound cold. We then present the factual, verified accounts of the first confirmed sightings in 1820. Fabian von Bellingshausen, Edward Bransfield, Nathaniel Palmer, and the dawn of a new era of human interaction with the continent. From these first tentative encounters, we move into the heroic age of Antarctic exploration, a period of intense international rivalry and incredible human fortitude that spanned from the late 1890s to the early 1920s. This section will focus on the legendary expeditions that sought to conquer the South Pole and uncover the continent's secrets. We follow the triumphs and tragedies of figures like Robert Falcon Scott, Ernest Shackleton, whose stories of survival against impossible odds have become enduring legends. The detail of their scientific objectives, their grueling journeys across the ice, and the invaluable knowledge they brought back about Antarctica's geology, weather, unique wildlife. Following the heroic age, the focus of Antarctic activity began to shift dramatically. The pursuit of national glory and territorial claims slowly gave way to a new priority: collaborative scientific research. Our documentary shows and highlight this pivotal transition, culminating in the International Geophysical Year of 1957 to 1958. This unprecedented global scientific effort saw dozens of nations establish research stations across the continent, working together to collect data on a massive scale. This spirit of cooperation laid the groundwork for the most significant development in Antarctica's modern history: the Antarctic Treaty, which we will explore in great detail as a model for peaceful international combined governance. Finally, bringing our story to the present day, examining the critical role Antarctica plays in the 21st century, as we explore how modern climate research, using advanced and disadvantaged technologies like ice core drilling, satellite monitoring, is revealing the continent's sensitivity to global warming. This is how the melting of its massive ice sheets poses a significant threat to global sea levels. The documentary concludes by reflecting on Antarctica's journey from an imagined land to a continent protected by international treaty, a frozen archive of Earth's past and a fragile beacon whose future depends on our collective will to preserve it always. Following the dramatic conclusion of the heroic age and the epic survival of Shackleton's men, the world's attention shifted away from Antarctica. The immense human and financial costs of the Great War, followed by global economic depression and another world conflict, polar exploration faded as a priority. For nearly 2 decades, the continent returned to profound isolation. The era of individual quests for glory and geographic firsts was over. When humanity returned to the ice in force, it would be with a new purpose: not national rivalry, but the collective pursuit of scientific knowledge. The shift from exploration to science was gradual but decisive. In the 1930s and 1940s, expeditions began using aircraft that revolutionized discovery. Richard E. Byrd and others used planes to survey and map vast tracts from the air, revealing the scale of its mountain ranges, revealing the immense polar plateau. Missions kept national prestige, but focused more on systematic science. They established more permanent bases. They began collecting long-term weather data. They began geological studies. They began glaciology work, laying groundwork for the future. The end of World War II was a critical turning point. The war spurred advances: long-range aircraft, reliable radio communication, and robust tracked vehicles, all repurposable for polar work. Meanwhile, the Cold War began to rise. Nations reasserted or made new Antarctic territorial claims. The continent risked becoming another front in global rivalry. In that tense atmosphere, the scientific community proposed a bold idea: transform Antarctica into a continent for science, a natural laboratory open to all nations for peaceful research. Champion international cooperation over territorial competition. Scientists saw Antarctica held clues to weather patterns, the Earth's magnetic field, and geologic history and findings. They proposed a coordinated global effort with Antarctica at its center, setting the stage for the most ambitious international scientific program ever conceived. The grand vision for a scientific continent came to fruition as the International Geophysical Year, or IGY, held from 1957 to 1958. A collaborative, worldwide scientific campaign to study the Earth and its cosmic environment during a period of maximum solar activity. Scientists from 67 countries participated. The undisputed heart of the IGY was Antarctica continent. The event provided political cover, allowing nations to conduct research under the banner of peaceful science, temporarily setting aside territorial claims. A brilliant diplomatic maneuver that unlocked a new era of discovery. In preparation, 12 nations committed to building research stations across Antarctica. United States, Soviet Union, United Kingdom, Australia. A flurry of activity as heroic as earlier expeditions. Teams were sent to remote, inhospitable locations, including the geographic South Pole itself. Operation Deep Freeze provided massive logistical support, transporting thousands of tons of equipment and personnel. Amundsen Scott South Pole Station, McMurdo Station. The IGY was a monumental success, transforming our understanding in 18 months. For the first time, coordinated continent-wide data was collected year-round, including the harsh polar winter. Seismology, glaciology, meteorology, upper atmospheric physics. Traverse teams and tracked vehicles ventured deep into the interior, measuring ice thickness, mapping subglacial bedrock for the first time. They discovered Antarctica was an archipelago of islands buried under a colossal ice sheet. The ice was far thicker than anyone had imagined. The most enduring legacy was political. Unprecedented cooperation between nations, including the United States and the Soviet Union, showed peaceful collaboration was possible. Scientists and diplomats worked to preserve this spirit. They argued the continent should be permanently protected for peace and science. That cooperative spirit directly catalyzed the negotiation and signing of the Antarctic Treaty 1 year later, forever shaping the continent's destiny. Its very first article sets the tone, stating unequivocally that Antarctica shall be used for peaceful purposes only. It explicitly prohibits any measures of a military nature, such as the establishment of military bases and fortifications, the carrying out of military maneuvers, the testing of any type of weapons. This provision effectively demilitarized an entire continent. The only military personnel and equipment permitted are those used to support peaceful scientific research or other non-military activities. To ensure compliance with this fundamental rule, the treaty established a unique and revolutionary system of inspection. It grants all signatory nations the right to designate observers who have complete freedom of access at any time to any or all areas of Antarctica. These observers can inspect all stations, installations, equipment, as well as all ships and aircraft at points of discharging cargo, embarking cargo, discharging personnel, embarking personnel. This right of unilateral, on-demand inspection creates an unprecedented level of transparency, making it virtually impossible for any nation to conduct prohibited activities without being discovered. This commitment has fostered a deeply collaborative environment, where scientists from different nations often work side by side at shared stations, pooling resources and expertise to tackle complex global questions. These twin pillars, demilitarization and scientific freedom, work in perfect harmony. For over 60 years, the treaty has successfully prevented conflict-managed international relations and fostered a golden age of Antarctic research. It stands as a powerful testament to the idea that shared interests in knowledge and discovery can transcend political and national divides, creating a continent of peace and stability. In the 21st century, Antarctica's role has evolved once more. It is no longer just a stage for heroic exploration or a laboratory for fundamental science, but a critical barometer for the health of our entire planet. The continent and its surrounding ocean have become the front line in our struggle to understand and respond to global climate change. The vast ice sheets, which hold approximately 70% of the world's fresh water, are showing undeniable signs of stress. In a warming world, the fate of this frozen continent is inextricably linked to the future of coastal communities everywhere. Scientists now watch Antarctica with a sense of urgency, viewing it as a planetary early warning system, the proverbial canary in the global coal mine. The most pressing concern is the stability of the massive West Antarctic ice sheet. Warmed by ocean currents that are now able to creep beneath its floating edges, vast glaciers like the Thwaites Glacier are melting from below. Pine Island Glacier is melting from below. This process is causing them to accelerate their flow into the sea, contributing significantly to global sea level rise. Scientists are using an arsenal of advanced technologies to monitor these changes with unprecedented precision. Satellites equipped with ice-penetrating radar measure changes in ice thickness and velocity from space. Satellites equipped with laser altimeters measure changes in ice thickness and velocity from space. Autonomous underwater vehicles gather crucial data on ocean temperatures right at the point where ice meets water. Sensor networks deployed on the seafloor gather crucial data on ocean temperatures right at the point where ice meets water. This rapid change poses a profound threat. The potential collapse of major glaciers in West Antarctica is considered a tipping point for the global climate system. Complete collapse could lead to a catastrophic rise in global sea levels of several meters, a process that would unfold over centuries, but whose beginnings we may be witnessing today. The research is a race against time, as scientists work to refine their models and predict how quickly these changes might occur. To meet these modern challenges, the nature of scientific research in Antarctica continues to evolve. Large-scale international collaborations are now the norm. No single nation can tackle continent-sized problems alone. Projects like the International Thwaites Glacier, collaboration United States-United Kingdom joining forces on the ice at sea to study the glacier's health. Data is shared openly in real time across a global network. It embodies the spirit of the Antarctic Treaty. Research stations shift to renewables, wind solar. Tourism is managed under the treaty to prevent harm, limiting ship size, limiting people on shore at once. Antarctica, Earth's final frontier, frozen archive, beacon of international unity. The continent's fate is now our own. Lessons in ice and cooperation offer a model of hope. Antarctica remains a unique natural archive and a profound test of global cooperation, a beacon of hope at the bottom of the world whose future we must secure together. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please don't forget that sharing is caring. Thank you for watching.